actor Allu Arjun has received significant relief from the Telangana High Court, which has granted him interim bail for 4 weeks. This comes after the magistrate court previously ordered a 14-day police remand. The High Court bench remarked that an individual's right should not be denied simply because they are an actor, emphasizing that Allu Arjun, like anyone else, has the right to life and liberty, and it would be unjust to strip him of this right. Allu Arjun had filed a petition in the Telangana High Court seeking to quash the FIR related to the stampede that occurred outside a cinema hall in Hyderabad. The incident took place when the actor arrived unannounced for the special premiere of Pushpa 2, resulting in the death of a woman. The public prosecutor opposed the relief, requesting time to file a counter affidavit. He argued that despite police warnings about the large crowd, the actor went ahead with the event, showing negligence in managing security. In contrast, Allu Arjun's lawyer contended that the FIR allegations were incorrect and that the tragic death was due to negligence, not intentional wrongdoing. The lawyer also referenced the case of Arnab Goswami, arguing for interim bail if the FIR was not quashed. The Delhi High Court has rejected Sultana Begum's petition seeking ownership of the Red Fort. Sultana Begum claimed to be the widow of the great-grandson of Bahadur Shah Zafar II, the last Mughal emperor, asserting her rightful ownership of the historic site. A division bench comprising acting Justice Vibhu Bhakru and Justice Tushar Rao Gedla dismissed her appeal, which challenged a single judge's December 2021 order. The bench noted that the appeal was filed after a delay of over 2.5 years, which was deemed inexcusable. Previously, a single judge had also dismissed the petition due to significant delay. Sultana Begum argued that the British East India Company seized the Red Fort in 1857 and sought compensation from the Government of India. Filed by advocate Vivek More, the petition claimed that she had inherited the property as a descendant of Bahadur Shah Zafar II. The Supreme Court will review a petition challenging the VIP Darshan fees charged by temples in January 2025. A bench comprising Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna and Justice Sanjay Kumar heard the plea, which seeks to eliminate these additional fees nationwide. The petition argues that such fees discriminate against devotees who cannot afford them, disproportionately affecting women, persons with disability, and senior citizens. Despite repeated appeals to the Ministry of Home Affairs, the issue remains unresolved. The plea calls for the abolition of the fees, the promotion of equality and religious freedom, and the establishment of standard operating procedures for temples. The case is scheduled for a hearing on January 27, 2025. Punjab and Haryana High Court has permitted Punjabi singer Diljit Dosanjh to perform in Chandigarh on Friday, December 14, with the condition that sound levels during the concert must not exceed 75 decibels. The court warned that any violation of this limit could result in punitive action against the organizers. A bench comprising Chief Justice Sehal Nagu and Justice Anil Ketrapal reviewed a PIL filed by Chandigarh resident Ranjit Singh, which raised concerns about traffic management, noise pollution, and public safety. After noting the Chandigarh administration's measures for crowd control, the court approved the event while emphasizing the safety of children and senior citizens. The next hearing is scheduled for Saturday. The High Power Committee, formed by the Supreme Court to address the farmers' protest at the Shambhu border between Punjab and Haryana, has agreed to encourage farmers to either temporarily relocate the protest site to clear the national highway or suspend the agitation temporarily. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta and Punjab Advocate General Gurminder Singh supported the committee proposal. The court also urged authorities to provide proper medical care to farmer leaders Jagjit Singh Dhaliwal, whose health was worsened due to his hunger strike. Justice Suryakant and Ujjwal Bhuiya expressed concern for Dhaliwal's health, emphasizing that medical assistance should be offered without pressuring him to end his fast. The Punjab government's advocate agreed not to insist on moving Dhaliwal to a hospital. Dhaliwal has been on hunger strike since November 26. For context, the border was closed in February this year due to protest at the Punjab-Haryana border. The next hearing in the case is scheduled for December 17th.